Hello, and welcome back. So, this video is gonna be a bit different from my other Pokemon videos. There's a YouTuber, I don't know if you know him, but TrueGreen7. He's a PokeTuber who does, well, Pokemon stuff. And yeah, on his channel there's this series called the 4 Artists series, where, well, he grabs 4 artists and they make Pokemon based off of prompts. And I thought, I can do that. So I did that. However, I currently do not have artist friends and do not really know any artists online at all. It's just me. However, I decided to, instead of doing one prompt with 4 people, I decided to do 4 prompts with me. One person. Anyway, I will leave the links to the original videos where these prompts appear in the description. So, if you want to watch them, go check those videos out if you haven't already. And yeah, subscribe to TrueGreen7. It makes good content. Also, if you want to invite me on one of those videos, I wouldn't mind it. Ron TrueGreen7, if you're watching. But you're probably not. Anyway though, enough of all that. I'm just gonna jump right into the first design. So the first design. The prompt for this one is Pretty Protector Protagonist. And what's more of a protagonist than Riolu? Literally the Pokemon anime protagonist had Riolu and Lucario. So I think that's a good base for this Pokemon. However, Lucario is more focused towards, male protagonists. So I decided to go in the opposite way. So some of the designs I chose was Riolu, obviously, but also Braixen. I didn't want to go completely obvious with this one, and so instead of doing something pink, fairy-like or whatever, I decided to go electric and made it yellow. This is Velash. These Pokemon are extremely curious. The more they get excited, the more static they produce. So, yeah, Riolu, obviously. There's also elements of Delphox, Braixen, Fennekin, all that stuff. And yeah. For this one, I wanted to go, in a more curious direction. Instead of like Riolu has, all hyped up and stuff. And yeah. For this one, I wanted it to sort of grow into the prompt, which is Pretty Protector and Protagonist. So yeah. This is base stage. And yeah, hopefully you like it. But yeah, this is just stage 1. You'll have to evolve it and to grow it into the protagonist as Pretty and a Protector. So I'm not gonna waste time. Let's talk about the evolution. So the evolution. For the evolution, I went in a Moxie 2D direction, and if you've seen, his Pokemon that he did for the 4-Hour series, yeah, you'll know which direction I'm talking about. Hell, you might know what direction I'm going with now. But yeah, I went with, I went the furry route, basically. But yeah. I just wanted to make, because with this prompt, like with just to, like, it's kind of easy to do, but yeah, for me, like, you can make a pretty and protector Pokemon, but one that also has to be a protagonist feels like something a protagonist would use. That was the bit that kind of got me stuck. But I think I got, something I liked. And hopefully you like it too. I know there's a good amount of people that like this Pokemon. That's for sure. But yeah. This is Velostrike, the Lightning Bolt Pokemon. The elegance of Velostrike are shown off through its dance-like movement. It will seek out weaker Pokemon or trainers who it trusts and will protect them with their lives. So yeah, the Protector. I decided to go kind of in a dance route with this one. Kind of the elegance part. But also I wanted to give it sort of a kind of a dancer-like stance. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Looking back on it now, I feel like, well, I had an idea at best, and if I were to go back, I'd, probably bring back or lean more into the dancer concept. But yeah, it works. Not my favorite one, but it works. But yeah. Also, here are the shinies. And that's something I haven't done for my stuff. Shinies. Which is probably something I should do. Being honest here. That is definitely something I probably should have done. I don't know. Yeah. Other than that, well, I don't really have much else to say. This is more the kind of straightforward one. I wanted to be a bit more creative. Probably could have had a couple more go-rounds, a couple more solid foundations for concept. But hey, this is only the first prompt out of, well, 4 for now. So yeah, look forward to more of these videos, by the way. I think this is a cool series I can do. It doesn't even have to be Pokemon either. Like, there are other stuff outside of Pokemon that I can do. So, more of these videos coming soon. Soon-ish. But yeah. This was prompt number 1. Now, for prompt number 2. This prompt was normal to abnormal. Basically, gotta take a Pokemon, and a very normal Pokemon, and turn it into something abnormal. So I decided to make a Vampire Bat, which is, a normal animal. It's a decently normal animal. And yeah. For the first stage, I wanted to go, typical Pokemon proportions, big head, big features, almost like a starter body, almost. Just really kind of get that normalish feeling to it. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. There's not really much else to say, though, on this one, where I can go into in the evolution. This is Vampat. Vampat are primarily found at night in caves. They will seek out prey and suck the blood from smaller Pokemon. These Pokemon inspired many myths across the world. And yeah, Vampat is Vampire Bat, obviously. And yeah, I include that in the lore. Yeah, it is a regular bat, or a regular vampire bat. And from that description, you can probably guess sort of where I'm going with this one. But hold on to your butts, because yeah, this evolution is gonna get weird. Like the prompt. Oh yeah, here's shiny. I went more subtle on this one than the last one. But yeah, enough of that. I'm just gonna jump straight into the next one. So, this one. So, yeah. The concept for this dude is I wanted to go from a regular vampire bat, normal animal, like in the real world, and I wanted to take elements from the Manananggal, which is a vampire from another place besides America. I think. I don't know. It might be Filipino. I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments. Yeah. I wanted to go that route and just kind of have fun with this one. A more subtle Pokemon. Subtle. But, yeah. Kind of subtle in its concepts. Because, yeah, the Manananggal basically splits in half. And, yeah, sprouts wings. I don't think I could get away with that much in the design. But, yeah. I just kind of played around and just, yeah. I think the biggest change for this one to the previous one is I turned the legs into hands and just kind of had sort of a ghostly tail with red to, well, yeah, you know what that kind of, it's guts and stuff. But yeah, I really like this dude. Definitely more favorable than the first prompt. I think I did a pretty good job. I also gave it regenerate because it's a vampire now, like full on. And yeah, I had fun with this one. Anyway though, this is Manananggal. Manananggal are odd evolutions to vampire. Their legs seem to have morphed into arms that they use to capture prey. They inspired a certain type of myth from a far-off land. But yeah, this is the guy, the bat, and yeah, this was the one that had probably some of the most fun with making, because with the prompt, like normal to abnormal. Like abnormal can realistically be whatever. Like, because there's so many ways to take that, like, prompt. Like, well, the first prompt is more specific. This one's a bit more free. So, yeah, hopefully you like these designs. I really do. Also, here's the shiny. Less subtle. The main color difference is the red turns into pink. Which, not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, that was prompt number dos. And now moving on to prompt number 3. And oh boy, did this give me trouble. So, the prompt for this one was speculative evolution. basically like a Pokemon and see what it would, evolve into, like given time or all that. So yeah, I had different stuff, like different Pokemon shows. Originally, I had Lapras and Gothitelle on the mind, but then kind of shifted. I'll get into more of that with the other designs. But yeah, let's start out with probably the most crazy one. Time to get weird. So, I wanted an eldritch being from a far off place in the universe. And so naturally, I chose sort of a Cthulhu kind of Pokemon to go with. But which Pokemon would have that in them to end humanity in the future? And that Pokemon I designated was Malamar. So, yeah. The story with this one is Malamar just pisses out and just leaves the planet entirely. And it goes far off in a very far off galaxy, whatever. And after millions and millions of years, it comes back changed and is ready to annihilate humanity. And yeah, I chose to go Cthulhu with this one. And just entity that is unfathomable and just does not really make sense. And it's just weird all out. And I kind of didn't even really make it a Pokemon. It was more of an Ultra Beast, if I had to pinpoint that. But yeah. This is Cracosmic. And as you can see, this dude has no data on him. But also, that height is absurd and I love it. But yeah. One of the additions was they had to be different types. So I couldn't just do Dark Psychic again. But I chose Fairy for something I saw about Cthulhu. And that's Cthulhu doesn't hate humans. It's just, I just want to end humanity. Or just end everything. Like, no negative feelings towards humans. But this is just something either he's designed to do, like this is his destiny, or whatever. But no malicious intent. And so yeah, it does not have the dark type now. And it's just fairy, like mythological, does not make sense. And that kind of fits with fairy. But yeah. Cracosmic are Malamar that, I guess it could be Malamar hated humanity so much it just left. But after time, it came back and wants to end, well, I guess life as we know it. However, over these years, they've kind of like got over their malicious feelings towards humans. And yeah, who knows what could happen in space. Anyway, this is Cracosmic. Yeah, let me know what you think. Also, I tried a different rendering style on these three. And yeah, for this one I did more shading, double shading, to make it kind of feel alien. but also highlights. So let me know what you think, if this is something I should bring back in the future. Next, oh yeah, before I move on to Shiny, I went more Malamar colors with this one. And I don't know, I like it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, now moving on. Oh boy. So this dude right here, like, I was ready to draw up the Lapras design right then and there. However, when I went to record, I just decided, screw it, and I just threw that and just made this. And I'm happy with it now. So, for this one, I decided to play with the gigantification that happens in deep waters. I think the Mariana Trench and all the fun stuff down there. But yeah, this is a world where Kyogre wins and life has to adapt to, well, the whole world being ocean. Basically Subnautica. Which, looking back at this design, sort of has Reaper Leviathan vibes to it. Huh. I did not plan for that. But yeah. For this design, I decided to sort of fuse Garchomp with Sharpedo and create a Megalodon sort of version of the two combined Pokemon. So yeah, it has stuff from both, and I don't know, I really like this one. But yeah, this dude would be like, think, for those of you who played Subnautica, you know, like, it would be like the first time you've encountered the Reaper Leviathan. But instead, it would be way down in the deep where you couldn't see anything. And you just hear these sounds. You don't see anything. And then this dude comes up. And yeah. To be honest, this could honestly work as a Paradox Pokemon. Just tweak a few design elements with it. That could work. But no. This is an evolution of Garchomp that I guess either fused together with Sharpedo or they bred or all that stuff. Something happened and now they are, well, Megalodons. Now I'll get into the Pokedex stuff and lore showing up. Anyway though, this is if I can speak, Feralidon. And yeah, Feralidon have evolved from Garchomp after Team Aqua flooded the world. These Pokemon have become massive due to the abyssal gigantism. They hunt Wailord as food. And yeah, the gigantism make fish big, basically. And yeah, this dude is, again, massive. Not as massive as Cosmic. But yeah, still big enough to decimate Wailord. Which obviously is its main food source. Yeah. This dude is, I wanted to make a menace. And yeah, same stats, or base stat total as Garchomp. However, that attack is monstrous now. And it has more speed to match it. So, good luck trying to outrun this dude. And that's if the rain isn't going, because it has Swift Swim. Sword busted, but hey, this is a almost like a legendary version of Garchomp. and an aquatic one. Yeah, I just went very rule of cool with this dude. And again, I did the shading style, except no double shade line this time. Yeah, let me know what you think of this dude. I love him. I'll be honest, I did sort of go a lot of rule of cool on this one. But hey, it works, and I'm happy with the design. No redesigns for me needed, in my opinion. But yeah. And with the shiny, I went sort of a combination of Mega Sharpedo and yeah, regular Garchomp. So way better than the one Garchomp had originally. I can tell you that now. Yeah. This was the second Pokemon. We are 2/3 the way through this prompt. And I'm just gonna move on. Alright, time to get weird. So, this one just kind of makes sense. Like, in the future where things evolve, speculative evolution. For this one, a man-made Pokemon, I decided to say, what if they took, like, newly discovered stuff and turned Porygon Z into a non-corrupt version? But not only that, taking elements from Paradox Pokemon, actually, specifically the future versions, and kind of using that knowledge to uncorrupt them. And yeah. And I'll get to more of the lore and the choices I make during the I'm blanking here. I'll get to that later. Yeah. With Porygon, the line in general, they are very simple designs. So I wanted to keep it sort of that way, but also I wanted to have it sort of alien-like. Which again, the lore. But yeah. Nothing else to say except, well, yeah, the lore stuff. Anyway, this is Porygon UL. Using elements of futuristic Paradox Pokemon, scientists have been able to create an uncorrupted evolution to Porygon 2. They are made to survey alternate dimensions. And yeah. Its name, UL, is in Ultra wormholes. Yeah, this dude can create Ultra wormholes whenever he likes. And he relays information back to the scientists so they can learn more about different dimensions and all that stuff. I went science with this one. And yeah, I gave him RKS system because, well, I want him to be every type. So, it's not cheating. It's smart, big brain move. But yeah, I also gave him stats of the Paradox Pokemon because, well, like it says, he has design elements based off them, so it only makes sense. Yeah, he is the smallest one of the bunch, which makes sense. But yeah, other than that, nothing else really to say. This is him. He is the lad. Oh yeah, also the shiny. But yeah, don't really have much else to say about this dude. I think he has a fun design. Let me know what you think of him. Comments below. And yeah, those were the free Pokemon for the third prompt, which was speculative evolution. Let me know what you think about these guys in comments again. And yeah, we are moving on to our final prompt. And this prompt is relationships. So, relationships, Pokemon, they have something that connects them together. So, predator prey, rivals, lovers if you want. Yeah. They have to work as their own Pokemon, but also, they gotta have something that connects them together. So, yeah. For my version, I chose a couple different things. I chose Brain versus Brawn, Hero versus Villain, Good versus Evil, Big versus Slim. I chose complete opposites in a lot of different ways. However, I chose to have rivalry be the main thing that kind of connects them. And yeah, we are starting out with the Brawn Pokemon. And for these ones I did something different with poses. For this dude and the other one, I want a back-facing, pose, all that stuff. Something I have not done before, so this is kind of new for me. But yeah, for the first Pokemon I made for this prompt, I want to choose an armadillo as the base. And armadillos you can have really fun with because the armor. And I decided to take the opportunity and make a fun design with armor. Yeah. I also wanted for the typing, I also want to have them strong and weak against each other. That adds another thing to them. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. A lot of these dudes' concepts are straightforward, but I don't know, it just works. I will say this dude was a absolute bitch to draw and render, because let me tell you what's not fun to draw and render. Well, draw maybe, but yeah, rendering, these things suck. Is segmented armor or segmented anything. That's real fun, especially if it's jagged stuff. Gotta love that. I think it did a good job. And yeah, this is one of my favorite poses I did for a character. The not facing directly towards you, but just looking over his shoulder, fist coming right at you. Yeah, I definitely did have fun with this one. And kind of looking at him, he kind of looks like a football player, which works, again, for what I'm going for with this dude. So, I think I did my job making him pretty well. Let me know what you think in comments. Anyway. But this dude is called Armanoct, the Brawn Pokemon. Oh, creative. Armanoct are forces of nature able to take down anything in its path. These Pokemon use their power to help people and Pokemon who are in danger. And yeah, Armadillo Juggernaut. An unstoppable force with big, beefy physical stats. And yeah, I kind of wanted to make this dude a legendary, almost. Obviously not Obviously not like Koraidon, Miraidon, like main box legendaries, but kind of like sort of the Regis, like the subset legendaries. Darkrai and Cresselia almost. I think they work for what I'm going with. And yeah. Here is the shiny too. This one's a bit of a weirder one for the shiny. I think it works. I don't know. I do like the original one better for colors, though. Like that red definitely does pop. And yeah. I just really wanted to make this dude look like a hero. Like something you'd see almost in My Hero Academia, or... yeah, My Hero works best. Or I guess Marvel. But yeah, definitely My Hero at least. Anyway though, let me know what you think. I also have ideas for another Pokemon similar to this. That'll be in future video. But yeah. This was the Brawn Pokemon. How about we go with the Brain Pokemon next? And yeah. Brain Pokemon. Slim, evil, conniving. Fun times. Sort of low-key vibes. Almost. But yeah. For this one I went very like thin. Serpent-like. And this dude is actually a basilisk lizard. So yeah. As for his design, I kind of had to match Armanaut's designs, and he's sort of, a bit over designed for a regular Pokemon, but kind of not for a legendary. I had to kind of match that with this dude. I think I did a decent job. This one definitely was a bit less like thought out. I think it works. And again, the pose mirroring Armanaut. It works, definitely. But yeah. This dude, I don't know. I have not much really to say about this dude, except he kind of looks cool. I will say this dude was way easier to shade and render, because again, segmented stuff sucks for that kind of thing. But yeah, his design is also very round, so that definitely helped. And is very much easier to render. At least in the way I'm doing it. Yeah. Not much else to say. I reversed the color schemes almost. Again to the opposites and our rivals. But also kind of gives Vegeta almost energy to him. But, yeah. Not much else to say about this dude. It's very much more straightforward than Brawl Armanaut. That's his name. Same thing with the concepts, except, yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you think of him. I do like him, and especially pairing him up with Armanaut. Definitely, it sells it. Yeah, this is Neferalisk. These conniving Pokemon actively seek out trouble anywhere they go. These Pokemon revel in the suffering of others. And their biggest adversary are Armanaut, whom they share a rivalry with. And that's the prompt, baby. I got it in there. And hopefully you enjoy. Also, here's the shiny. This one, had a bit less direction. I made him, red to mirror the blue shiny of Armanaut. I don't know. I think I like the original colors better on this one too. Yeah. All in all, these are pretty straightforward Pokemon. However, sometimes the more straightforward stuff can be more interesting. Like Armanaut, like one of my favorite Pokemon I actually made. Period. He's unique, yet also very straightforward. But I don't know. I like him. And yeah. I also did a funny with this dude and swapped his physical and special stats. Exact same total as Armanaut, but it's just swapped for the special skills. Also I forgot to say this, but Armanaut's rock and fighting, and this dude's water dark. They counter and are weak to each other. Anyway, though, other than that, I have nothing else to say. I have completed all 4 challenges. Let's go. Other than this, there's not really much else to say. This was pretty fun, if not a bit dragged out. Again. I swear I don't do this on purpose. It just kind of... things happen. But hopefully I can continue to stay consistent. Like, I do try. It may not seem like it at times, but I do try. Anyway, though, let me know what you think. Let me know which one's your favorite in the comments. And yeah, I will be doing this again. Look forward to that. Subscribe to True Green 7. Watch the 4 Artists series. And yeah, maybe you'll see what comes next for my channel in that form. You'll get exclusive views of the prompts I will be doing in the future. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, which hopefully won't take as long. Bye bye.